1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to Enter the Vault.
These are the chronicles of two fat nerds on a quest to do as little as possible with their lives.
I'm Connor Christian.
And I'm a very ill Dean Case.
And this is Lost by Bliss and Alice.
But what if I wrote some beautiful shit? It's for 5 deep in a beat of cruising. For 5 weeks since we seen you moving. It's for your perfect empty words. It's for a dark and freezing room. It's out of mean and hurtful world. It's for your little girl. This 414 door flip on a back road in G Subi. Wishing it was me and wondering why it was you, B. From yours truly, I hope they feel you through me. How we ever get to this? It's no snow, but we got mountains of fresh powder. My neighbors have this competition, who have a sex ladder. And I wasn't tripping, but that last text got me stuck in my head a couple hours. I'm weighing out my options on the fucking counter. Call my connect and order purple flowers. Send them direct to the service, give them to his daughter. Sorry kiddo, I know how I feel to lose your father. And all you wanna do is cry, but you got this crowd around you. And all you gotta do is try. Sometimes the universe unfolds a blessing in disguise. Let me wrap this crowd around you. We gonna sing Papa a lullaby. Betty be proud about you. Standing ovation in the sky, toasting heavenly wines, making sure everything fine. Good God. I can only hope that there's a good God. For a father figure seem a lot like mine, he probably took off, caught himself a charge and got shipped off to distant dimensions, pissed on the heavens, forced to sit with his thoughts and left the kid at a cross. Let these niggas consider this shit soft, as if they only emotions is pissed off. Too proud to admit that they just a bit lost. Let them sit and watch while a nigga go on to lift off. Chalk one up on the chart where these niggas won't talk. I woke up grieving from an acid wash dream the other day, and I swear I see your face at the bottom of bottles as I lay. I saw your silhouette over a cigarette while the sun was setting, and I've been driving the long way home, humming Amazing Grace. I hope you rest your head in an amazing place and hold my trigger finger back if I'm making the same mistake. For my mama's sake, I pay my respects like namaste. Bow my brow and pray for better days that step away. Let me give you a ride.
Hey, we're on episode 10.
The Big 10. This is a cause for celebration, but someone doesn't sound too happy. What's up, man?
I just got like the worst throat right now. It's just like super fucking bunged at the back, basically.
I mean, it's the worst, man.
I can kind of talk, but as you can hear, it sounds a bit weird.
Nothing can stop you from talking, man.
Yeah.
You could get like a laryngectomy and you're like, no, man, I'm still going to be spitting lyrical every day, man.
Gotta speak the truth, man, for everyone out there. For the 5 listeners.
And we're gonna blow your minds.
So that was Lost by Bliss and Alice. He's a US rapper, as you probably heard from the accent and the music. It's pretty cool, man. It's on Poetry Tape Volume 1, which is on his Bandcamp. It's one guy, which is
weird, seeing as it's called Bliss and Alice.
Yeah.
So who's that? Does he produce the track as well?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, right then.
But like, it also reminds me, there's an Australian hip hop crew called Bliss and Esso that the name reminds me of, obviously. But yeah, that was pretty cool, right? We opened up with a chill one, and we've got some more shit to come.
Less chill, but still just as vibrant, man.
We've got a very special one coming up later. Something that we talked about a few episodes ago, but
then we just didn't provide as per
Yeah, well, we ended up talking about like way too much stuff last episode, so like it was
we didn't want to bombard you guys too much with our voices. We're like, we'll save it for next week. We'll keep it like an ass.
And this week we got nothing, so all that stuff that we was meant to be saving is just fucking gone somewhere.
It's just out the window, man. That's all right. It's fine. There's like, just because we've not prepared anything doesn't mean that there's not some interesting. Because the world is an interesting place, man. It's not, is it? It's okay.
So, Zack Snyder's been in meetings apparently about a Watchmen TV series.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool. Like, well, Zack Snyder's already done a pretty okay job of. Did Zack Snyder direct the movie?
Yeah.
All right then. So it's still gonna have like that same feel to it. So that'd be pretty cool if anyone like loves the. But what if Zack Snyder's not very good at TV? Has he done TV before?
I don't know, actually, to be honest. I don't think so. I haven't seen his name on anything on TV, but he probably has.
But it might be like a lost J.J. Abrams thing where like J.J. Abrams' name was like put all over it, but really he didn't really have much creative input after like the first season.
And now he's got Star Wars.
And now yeah, he's a bit busier. I don't think they're going to be going back to Lost anytime soon.
No.
Not that I'd want them to. Like, it was getting a bit weird near the end there. Like, we don't need any more.
I thought that was the whole point of Lost. It was just weird. I haven't watched it personally.
Yeah, no, the whole point of Lost was it was weird. It's like, oh, there's so many mysteries. But it got to the point because Ed, my housemate, he's a really big Lost fan. So
right.
I tried to get into it last year. I got to like season 2 and I was just like, nah, it's just too much of an effort.
So you made it far then. You said that like it got a bit weird towards the end, but actually you made it to series 2. And there's
but then it's
5 seasons?
There's 6 seasons.
6.
But, I mean, I've been told a lot about. I know pretty much the full story because Ed's told me the full thing. And basically, the writers didn't even have the answers to the questions when they, first started bringing the mysteries up. They were getting to the end and they're like, oh shit, we need to answer these. We didn't come up with anything. They were basically just doing it on the fly, which a lot of writers do because
do.
Yeah, do. But it's just like, I can't remember which writer it was, but he was basically like, yeah, I think it's Stephen King. He's like, yeah, I don't like to know what's going to be on the next page. Because if I don't know, then the readers definitely don't know. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to work out your twist, even though. It
seems like a bit of a shitty slapdash way of writing, to be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I write. But it's not, it's not with any creativity behind it. It's just, I'm just lazy.
I think that's how I'm going to write my dissertation.
Yeah, I've not even.
I have no clue what's going to come in this thing. It's just
going to start writing and just hope that the ideas come to our heads. Well, to be fair, we just criticised that style of writing, but we're literally doing it right now.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we have like things written down, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
So we kind of know what's going to happen after
lost
each
writers.
song. Yeah.
We're better workers. Why aren't we getting cool big jobs?
He could have at least written what the smoke monster was, right?
Yeah,
beforehand.
I think they answered that, but I don't remember the full answer.
And then there's some shit about numbers that need to be put into a thing, right?
Yeah. It's like a big doomsday device kind of thing.
Yeah, I got a t-shirt with the numbers on it once from MCM Expo.
Why?
It was free. It was a few years ago.
Oh, right, okay.
It was when I covered it as press when I was like 15. I was the coolest kid.
You were a suit from the beginning.
I was the coolest kid, but also not.
So I think it was mostly not. I think you're making up the cool bit.
Here's the thing: like, I was the coolest kid to myself, and I guess anyone else who was interested in online games journalism.
So yourself,
and video games at the time. And then in secondary school, obviously everyone was like, "No, that's bullshit, man. You don't write for them," because it was just like a fucking. It was exactly like that story that we did a few episodes ago where the kid's just like, yeah, my dad works for the government. Like, it was exactly like that.
You try, like, I'm telling you the truth. I do work for a games journalism company. And they're like, Dean, it's just one of your lies again. I don't know if you lied a lot when you were in high school.
I didn't.
No.
Just, like.
You just have a really fantastical life.
I've got such a brilliant, like, I'm just so great.
My life is like a movie, basically, but not a very good movie. It's like an indie director's first movie.
Yeah,
it's got some interesting shit.
I just remembered that because talking about that, I was just looking at my time hop like 2 days ago, and I posted up something about like getting a game for review. And someone had, I won't say his name, but I remember when it happened, and I remember who it was because I was actually pretty good mates with him at the time. And I remember he just posted a comment like it just said bullshit, but he spelt it as like a playing ball, like BALL.
So bullshit.
Yeah.
It was bullshit.
Yeah.
If anything, I think that's probably even worse than bullshit, right? Because
Yeah.
if you've got shit coming out of your balls, like even if it's not feces, if you just got weird shit coming out of your balls, that's way worse
Yeah.
than like some natural, cow manure.
I also got called a piss of shit once.
A piss of shit.
That was online though. That was on a forum.
Oh.
So whatever, man. It just made me laugh.
That's pretty funny, a piss of shit. It's just like when you're 15 and you discover that, swear words are funny. They're not, but...
They are, man. Swear words are funny.
Yeah, but then
Connor.
basically what?
Shit. See?
No, the best thing
You're
to
just
do...
laughing, man.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Fuck off.
Oh my God. Just to say, a man called Josh Ayres, who's a PAL Gamers guy, just tried to call Connor, but he's got better things to do.
I've got better things to do. I've got things to record, man. What was I saying?
I don't know, fucking know. It was just laughing at swear words, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I've always found that, like, because obviously I got made to child mind a lot when I was a kid, like, especially at big family gatherings, because I got to that age where I wasn't a kid, but I wasn't an adult, so a teenager.
Yeah.
Basically. But, like, I was the only one really around because, like, Rochelle had a social life. She had friends. So I was always there at family gatherings to fucking look after the kids. And it's just easy to make children laugh. Like, if you wanted to practice your stand-up shit, you can just do it in front of some children. But the best thing to do is just, if they're all being grumpy or whatever, you just get them, like, close and just fucking whisper in their ear. You should go, like, bottom. And it always makes them laugh. Like, you could say anything in front of the word bottom, and they'll just fucking piss themselves laughing. You could be like, your mum's gonna die, bottom. And they're just like, hilarious. Wait, what was that first bit? Oh, nothing, man. Like, life's fragile. That's all I'm gonna say.
See, the writers of Lost should have just ended it with that.
What, bottom?
Yeah.
It just gets fades into black, and everyone's like, bottom.
So I fucking got you.
It got you, dickhead. It was a big bum joke. It's basically like after finishing like Super Mario Brothers 2, and you're like, that was an epic adventure, and it just zooms out, it's just Mario. I'm gonna fucking kip, and it's like, you bastard.
Oh, you're like a year 6 trying to write a novel.
Me?
It was all a dream.
Oh, fucking! I hate it when that happens. It's like you've just completely ruined any sense of fantasticalism or adventure that we had in there, because now all of those fucking predicaments that the characters found themselves in now just don't seem, well, they're just not terrifying anymore. It's like, I just lost all like any connection I had with these characters.
And dream logic does not work in a
especially when it's like a full movie, right? Because
exactly,
like especially when it comes to it was all a dream. It's like you do realize that our dreams aren't that fucking vivid. Like,
yeah, dream logic is weird as fuck as well. Like, it's well, obviously, I just can't fucking explain it. It's just so weird and surreal and just obscure because it's just obviously a manifestation of your own subconscious.
Yeah. If you were dreaming, especially like, I mean, when like their dream is kind of like reality based, it's like, how would you dream something that vivid and that realistic? That, if anything, it just sounds like you were just having a memory.
Yeah,
that wasn't a dream.
Well, that was quite sad, man.
It's all right.
Just having a memory. This is Average by Head High. It's actually pretty good. first person to make that joke. Just so everyone knows, that was average. That was average by head height. They're from South Carolina, and they're self-described as what was it?
Bummer rock.
Bummer rock, yeah.
Which I think is good. We need some more bummers out
man.
there. We have all these fucking happy indie people talking about, oh, we're in love and we're in uni and we're taking drugs and having fun. We need people who are just like...
Who writes songs like that?
Me. I do it all the time. This is how out of touch I am with like the cool kids. I felt like such a fucking old boy the other day when I went to Ministry of Sound for freshers, yeah.
Go on.
And just everyone around me seemed like they were...
Sorry, just
5 years...
explain. I think you need to explain that you're in uni. You didn't just fucking just turn up
to Ministry of Sound like, oh yeah, this is my place. But no, it's just because I was hanging out with some mates. They were just like, we're gonna go Ministry, and I couldn't be arsed, but I didn't want to go home. So I was like, I guess my only option is go to Ministry. So I managed to get my way in there free. And then just everyone around me just seemed so
happy.
Yeah, that was
I hate it.
I just felt like I didn't need to be there. Like, I'm not adding to anyone's experience here. I'm just kind of dancing to myself.
That's exactly how I feel in clubs every time. Yeah. I'm just standing there like,
do I need to be here?
Should I go home?
Yeah, what's the point? Because if I stay here any longer, what's going to happen is I'm going to get a bit too drunk, and then I'm going to spend too much money on booze, and then it's just going to be a fruitless expedition anyway. Because you're not really like, I don't really have fun when I'm in clubs, you know what I mean?
Exactly the same. But then again, it's probably because I'm not really a drinker.
Yeah.
Everyone's always said to me, if you just have a drink, you'll have more fun. And I'm just like...
You don't. You just get drunk. And like, I don't know, I'm starting to get to that point now where being drunk just isn't enjoyable for me anymore.
Good.
I mean, I still do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just finding it, yeah, whenever I go out in these social situations and I get to a point where, you know, because I've got no willpower, I drink way too much. I'm like, I've done it again. What is it about me that keeps making me want to put myself in this shitty situation where, I mean, even at the time, you don't feel great. And then the next day, you feel like shit.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I mean, I've gotten like kind of lucky, I think, over the last few years, like, because where I used to like go out more. Well, I probably go out about the same, but when I used to go out, I used to drink more because I was with like that kind of group of people.
That kind of group of people.
So like, and now that I just don't really drink at all, like whenever I do go out, I only have to spend like 20 quid to get smashed.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. Like, we need to start getting our kids smashed younger, so they get so they get through the honeymoon phase of booze, and then they're just like, all right, done. Well, it's like in like Central European countries, like Germany's not really Central European, but that kind of area, they start encouraging kids to drink younger by, you know, just having like beers with their dinner and shit. And their like teenage and young adult like drinking statistics like way lower than ours. But we just have like in Britain just have like a really weird association with drinking culture. We're just binge drinkers. It's like, what happens to us? What happened in our history that made us love just getting completely smashed? Like every other country you go to, you don't really have, like, obviously there are binge drinkers and people who get fucking stupid drunk, but it doesn't seem like a normal activity. It just seems like there's a select few group of fucking dropouts, and they're the ones who like getting smashed. Whereas in England, it seems like
it's quite common.
Everyone from your mates to your parents are just not encourage it, but it's just understood that it's like, yeah, every weekend you save up.
Fucking wasted.
Yeah,
like,
then you
totally
go out.
Wasted as well.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. And that's what I mean. Like, if it was any other drug and you saw your mate just like completely like out of it, and they didn't have any concept of what was going on, you'd just be like, you have a problem. You need to go to rehab. But when it comes to drinking, we're all like, oh, that's just a completely normal behavior for you to go out on Friday night and get so fucking hammered that you can barely even stand up or like judge anything that's going on around you. You wake up the next day, everyone was like, did you have fun last night? You're like, yeah. It's like, what do you mean you had fun getting into a catatonic state? Normally people go to hospital for that shit, but not in England. We fucking love it. It's the best. I just don't like it anymore. It's just starting to get on my nerves a little bit. Righteous,
man. Is this getting preachy? Are we getting preachy?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit preachy. I mean, I don't give it. This is what I'm saying. I was literally just saying that even
Episode 10, man. It's got to be...
it's got to be a big one.
It's got to be a big one.
But yeah, no, like, fucking go for it. I mean... I was saying, I hate it, but I still fucking do it because I'm a horrible, horrible addict.
Right, so you went to ministry.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah. Well, that was basically it. I was just talking about, just because all the kids, because obviously it was Freshers Week, which for anyone who's but everyone knows what freshers are. They're just the new kids at uni, and it's like a whole week where they have like events that your uni holds, and it's just a chance to go out and get smashed. Surprise, surprise. And so this was at Ministry of Sound, which is a pretty big club. So there was just like thousands and thousands and thousands of 18-year-olds.
It's disgusting in there. I hate it.
It's fucking gross. Like, and it's very slippery apparently, because I fucking decked it down some stairs when I was there, which probably didn't. My back still hurts from that night. I can't laugh too hard because like the right hand side of, because I was just walking down some stairs with like some drinks in my hand, but I wasn't really pissed. And yeah, it was like 6 stairs up. There was just this one really slippy step, and I just fucking like Chuckle Brothers like fell down it. Like my legs just went straight out in front of me, and I just collapsed all the way downstairs.
Xylophone just
yeah. And well, I mean, I would have fucking laughed about it if like Ministry of Sound didn't apparently make their fucking stairs out of razor blades, because as I was falling down the stairs, every single step hit me in the back, and they just had like the metal ridges on.
Fuck.
Ooh, yeah, but I think I'd had just enough to drink where it didn't hurt too much when it happened, but then like half an hour later it started to really ache, and I was like,
I genuinely don't know if I've been to Ministry once or twice.
This was
I've been once.
Second time, I think.
I think I went once. And literally all I remember was going in, getting split up from the group I was with, standing around for a bit on my own, looking pretty depressed. It's when I had dreads at the time. Some chick pulled my hair really fucking hard, and then said, "Oh, it's real," and then fucking laughed. And because I was totally sober, I was just like, well, that made me feel great. And then I watched Getz, and he threw a t-shirt which I managed to catch that was a size small, which is fucking useless to me.
Could make you could
Overall, it was a good night.
Yeah. That's what I mean. There was, and that's the thing. There was too many people there as well. Like even when I was outside, there was still like hundreds and hundreds of people. You couldn't just like find anywhere to just relax. It's like, why? What?
Because you're at a club, Connor.
Yeah, I know.
You're not meant to relax.
I don't. Yeah, this is what I mean. I don't like things that are too hype. I like to be able to just mellow out.
Yeah, I'm playing a DJ set tomorrow night.
I'm sad that I can't go.
I'm going to be playing at the Oval Space. No one else can come because it's a uni event, so I don't even know. And it will be done by the time this podcast goes out.
You actually did this 2 days ago.
Yeah. Okay, so I DJ 2 days ago. I want to say it went really well, but it's probably not going to go well.
Why not, man?
I don't know. I haven't actually DJ'd in ages, and I'm like, I tend to get a bit fucking nervous when I do it. I guess, like same as when I'm on stage with like the band and stuff. I'm just like I get super.
Yeah, but I think
the
band one's a little bit easier because like. You can't necessarily hide behind the other instruments, but like you do know that if you fuck up, there's still going to be, shit going on.
Yeah.
So you got to, but like if you like, not to put shit in your boots, but like, if you fuck up DJ, it's like, oh, but I've seen you DJ before. You did a fucking good job then. So I don't know why you're not going to do a good job now. Just because it's probably like riding a bike. You said the other day when you were practicing that it was just like all natural, man.
Yeah, I guess. So just basically the organisation for it's been a bit shit, really.
Yeah. Who else is playing?
Luke. Some dude. Some guy who runs a night called Dirty with 2 R's, and they play R&B, hip hop, and electro. And I don't know where the fuck it is, but frankly, it looks shit.
But you're just gonna do it anyway.
What? No, it's not there.
Oh,
it's,
well, you mean
who asked who else is playing? This is one of the guys.
Oh, that's his other.
This is the guy who's on after me. And then Chipmunk is doing a set, and apparently the guys from Block Party, 1 or 2 of them are apparently doing a DJ set. Sorry, I'm really having to like strain my voice, so you can probably hear it, but I can just see that it's coming through a bit quiet when I'm talking sometimes. So yeah, apologies if there's like an up and down in the volume.
Nah, man.
I'll try and fix it in post.
It's all about dynamics, you know what I mean? You got to have your ups and your downs, man. It's not an interesting mixtape if it's all one level.
Man, we are getting deep this episode, man. We've talked alcoholism, the ups and downs of life.
I don't really go too much into the ups. It's just mostly been the down bit. Nah, it's all right.
So we got another song coming up. This is from Pushing Daisies. This is on a new EP, and it's just called In My Head. It's on Bandcamp, and it's it's back to another track, so check it out.
Right, and we're back, and that was In My Head by Pushing Daisies. Pretty sick track, man.
Sup? Why did I say sup? I don't fucking
I've
know.
been here
Anyway,
the entire time.
So Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
No, I thought we were going to do the next thing. I didn't want to talk about oh, fucking hell. So, as if any of you are interested in video games or anything like that, even if you have the blandest interest, you all know about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, like, you know, one of the greatest gaming franchises ever. It's just a bit like the actual Pro Skater games, not the other Tony Hawk's games. Some of those are pretty wank, but Pro Skaters have always been fucking solid. So obviously when they release, like, we're gonna go back to our roots, we're gonna do Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I think everyone just rejoiced a little bit.
I was incredibly hyped.
This is what I mean. And like I don't think I've ever met anyone who's like, no, I don't really like Tony Hawk's that much. Everyone's got a connection with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's just like that game that everyone owned.
Yeah.
No matter if it was like 2, 3, or 4, everyone had one of those ones. Like no one really had one.
Yeah.
But
I think I had a GBA version that was like a remake of 2.
Yeah, it was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, yeah.
It's pretty sweet. But like, and it had like MIDI versions of all of the music, which was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, actually.
And like, I just remember like when they announced this, I was like, oh, that's cool, because how can they possibly fuck it up?
How can they fuck up an arcade skating game? This is what I mean. There's a few fundamentals. Like you can't, like, if you want to make it a pro skater game, there's just a couple of fundamentals that you can't really mess up. It's just fast-paced skating, not realistic at all. That's the whole point. Like this pro skater games, you fucking like like there are some bits where you'd have to like grind up a roller coaster or something on like a spiral, and it would just shoot you all the way up. It's like grinding doesn't work that way. But Activision were like, we know it's a fucking arcade game. You just do stupid shit. You know, it's gonna have good humor, good music, fucking just some bouncy fucking arcadey like levels. We don't need anything too hyper realistic. Like,
Yeah.
we've already got a not hyper realistic, but a more realistic base skateboard game, and that's called Skate. And Skate fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
We didn't need another one. So as you can tell from the tone of that fucking sentence, they went a little bit in the wrong direction with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So there's been some gameplay footage released of it, and yeah, it basically looks like a port from like Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. You know what I mean? That game that no one fucking played because it was the worst. I didn't Project 8 was okay, but it was still like too much of a step in the wrong direction for me.
It's weird because Project 8 was obviously a bit of a Skate copy, right? Like,
yeah, it came out like around the same time, I think, maybe a little bit.
And didn't it have the weird peripheral board, or was that Proving Ground? Project 8 did have the board, right?
No, you mean like the actual? No, that was Tony Hawk's Shred.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry.
I think that was only on.
It was on Wii.
Wii. Yeah,
that was bad.
I've never even attempted to look at that. But yeah, so this footage comes out and it looks hyper realistic. Tony Hawk's is he's looking very floaty, and again, that's what I mean. He looks very slow and deliberate and floaty, and it's like we don't need that. We've already got that game, and it's called Skate.
Tony Hawk's, floaty.
Yeah, too floaty. Yeah, and then but. Then Tony Hawk's, you're supposed to be like fucking quick and fast paced. You're supposed to be getting like, 1,000,000 point combos, like left, right, and center. It should feel like, again, like you're in a fucking arcade just doing some stupid shit. But oh no, they went back to hyper realistic, boring, slow skating. It's like, I don't want that from you. You don't know how to do that. And on top of that, the cherry on top of the cake was it looks fucking incomplete. That game is a glitchy pile of shit, and it just makes me sad because I said this to you yesterday. It's like I would have waited forever for another great Tony Hawk's game. You didn't just because you said you were going to release it at the end of September. I wouldn't have been pissed off, Activision, if you had said, "Hey guys, we're going to put our hands up. We've not finished the game yet. Just give us a little bit more time." Yeah, sorry. We want to give you a good product. That's what I mean.
We've been working on Call of Duty.
Yeah, we've been working on our. We need to make more money so we can keep going on with this game. So just give us a bit of time. Let us get up some revenue again, and then we'll get back on production. I would have been like, yeah, go for Activision. Just take all the time you need. All right, I believe in you. I don't fucking anymore. I'm not buying anything by Activision ever again. I feel like it's pissed me off, man. Because how do you fuck it up? It just felt like such a spit in the face. Because. Not only is it incomplete, but it's just completely not a Pro Skater game.
The worst thing was that, for me, I don't know if you know. Well, one thing just before I get on to the worst.
No, yeah, go on.
I don't know if you noticed as well, but just it just stuck with me that the facial textures and the meshes just look blocky as fuck. They look like a early PS2 game, or actually the head shape reminds me of Skull Kid.
Yeah,
from Majora's Mask, which is too old, frankly.
It's a bit too old to be grabbing character models from. Yeah,
but it's just upsetting because American Wasteland and American Wasteland 2 and even basically everything up to that was solid.
Do you mean Underground 2, like Tony Underground and Underground 2?
Yeah, but I liked American Wasteland.
Yeah,
as well.
no, yeah, I just there's no American Wasteland 2.
I thought there was. It's been a while. Anyway,
I think you just got confused and
so those could have literally just been reskinned with new textures, new models, new levels, just revamped and just had exactly the same gameplay mechanics, and it would have been perfect, and they wouldn't have had to change anything, and it would have just been.
See, that's another thing.
Fine.
Yeah, you've just reminded me of when they did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD for Xbox. Again, that was another little that. It made me a little bit uneasy after that because, again, like you just said, it wouldn't have taken much. You literally just have to reskin it and just upscale the graphics. Don't fuck around with the gameplay, man. Just leave it there. But oh no, they fucked around with the gameplay, and then when you were playing your old classic levels like college and zoo and all that shit, they fucking, and you're all floaty again, and you're being all. Ooh, it just doesn't feel right. Stop. How can they fuck it up? You just got to look at the game and go all right, so this is what everyone loved. Let's just keep all those same kind of physics, but just make it look better. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Stop it.
Activision, listen. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just feel like, again, I wouldn't be so pissed off. It's just the fact that I just feel like it's just a massive spit in the face. The fact that it's incomplete, that's inconsiderate enough. No, sorry. The inconsideracy comes from the fact that they were like, it's going to be a new Pro Skater game, and it just clearly isn't. It's just fucking proving grounds again. And then they were like, let's not even bother to finish it. It's like, fuck you, man.
Wank.
You could have fucking, this could have been gold for you, Activision. You could have fucking made it back up, not into the big boys, but, well, they are one of the big boys, aren't they? But, like, you could have been one of the faves if you'd fucking nailed that. But
I think alarm bells first rang for me when they announced the soundtrack.
yeah, that was, I fucking thought about that like 5 minutes ago and I completely forgot about it. The soundtrack seemed, I think it's suffered from the same thing that the GTA 5 soundtrack suffered from.
Exactly.
Right? Was that, I mean, we get it, GTA 5. I mean, you do have some pretty good music on there, but it just doesn't have its own character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every, like the games before it had their own feel. Like if you heard a song from GTA San Andreas, you'd be like, yeah, I remember fucking hearing that on GTA San Andreas. And you can imagine yourself rolling around the desert where, like, if I listen to My War by Black Flag, I don't imagine myself in Los Santos knocking about. And that's what happened with this as well, is like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, especially the Pro Skater games, we all know what that was. It was just fucking skate punk and some old school hip hop, you know what I mean? And that was cool because that's what skaters listen to. And now, because obviously they were trying to grab everyone, they were like, let's just have every kind of music on there. It's like, yeah, but then you don't have any feel. It just feels like
it's just empty, isn't it?
Yeah, it just feels like a party playlist, and even not a very good one.
Pretty much. I mean, one thing I've always loved is the Burnout soundtracks. And Need for Speed. They always nail it too.
I'm really worried about the new Need for Speed because they announced, they're basically doing the same thing as they did with Pro Skater. They're like, we're going to go back to Underground, man. We're doing a new Underground. It's Underground 3. And I'm really worried. I'm just worried about Ed because Ed was waiting so hard for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. And he was so excited for it. And then, like, around about the same time, they announced Underground 3. And Underground 2 is one of his favorite games of all time. So
it's one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah. So, and I'm just worried that he's going to have his heart broken twice, like in the space of a year. And I'm not going to be able to glue it back together, man.
I mean, did you play the Hot Pursuit remake thing?
I played Hot Pursuit, yeah.
It was pretty good. It's like, it still feels the same. It's still
Need for
equally
Speed
as
games aren't
fast-paced.
like that bad, I don't think.
I just hope they don't fuck this one up by trying to do too much nostalgia. I hope they actually have some new stuff to add to it and just make it good and solid. Talking of soundtracks, surely you were inspired by those games in your early years when you was in this band.
Well, when I was in Taking Liberties.
Yeah.
I mean, I was inspired by them. Yeah, I don't think the rest.
No, not the rest, just you.
Yeah, I was inspired.
I don't
by
care
them,
about the others.
That's what I mean. And well, when I was in this band, I was very much just doing indie rock bass lines. It was just all root notes. But obviously, listening to skate punk a lot, I just like go for no reason on my bass. It's like, stop that.
No,
no, please, no. I want to do whoa-ohs and fiddly bass stuff, but whatever. It's indie rock.
So this is a track that we didn't get around to playing
for like 3 weeks on the trot.
Yeah. It's Living by Connor's old band, Taking Liberties. Have a listen. It's a builder.
For sale, we're sold tonight. To think with our bodies, not with our minds. There's a line we're breaking. The breath I'm losing and the breath I'm taking. And now we're all a world away, watching all the consequences change. And they'll say, you're living a lie, son. You're living a lie, son. You're living a lie, son. there's a line we're breaking. The breath I'm losing and the breath I'm taking. And now we're all a world away, watching all the consequences change. And they'll say, you're living right, son, you're living right, son, you're living right, son. And they'll say, you're living right, son, you're living right, son, you're living right, son. And now we're all a world away, watching all the consequences change. And they'll say, you're living a lie, son, you're living a lie, son, you're living a lie, son. And they'll say, you're living a lie, son, you're living a lie, son, you're living a lie, son. And they'll say, you're living a lie, son, you're living a lie, son, you're living a lie, son. And I'm not coming home. I'm not coming home. I'm not coming home.
Oh, we're back, guys. What a legend I am.
So good.
I'm so good. Did you hear my backing vocals? They were incredible. I was like,
No one heard them, I guarantee it.
No one heard them. No, because no one gives a shit about me.
See, it's cool. And I said this before when we listened to it. I like it. Just doesn't sound beefy enough.
It doesn't sound beefy enough at all. And I remember when we first did it. I mean, like we didn't pay too much for it because the dude had literally just opened the studio.
Yeah.
So I think we paid like a little bit less, but I was still like, I don't really think I got my money's worth. It's just it feels very thin.
Yeah.
Doesn't have too much like punch to the back of it. But whatever. I mean, it sounds better than a lot of things. You know what I mean?
So
just sound wise, like
yeah. Uber, right? You use Uber.
I use Uber too much.
I use it all the time. I use it today just to get to uni because I was running a bit late. That was lazy of me.
That
but
was
anyway,
lazy and not very frugal.
Whatever, man. I've got the big bucks. I haven't. So TfL basically want to introduce certain parameters that Uber have to legally oblige to, and all on-demand taxi services.
Okay.
Essentially, they want to introduce a mandatory 5-minute wait time.
Why? What? Because there's no mandatory wait time on buses. Sometimes you can wait for a minute. Sometimes you wait for 10 minutes.
Or black cabs. So I think it's basically because black cabbies are getting all pissed.
Are black cabs part of the TfL?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But they're getting all arsey because guess what? People like just being able to order shit on their phone and
having it be a bit more convenient. It's kind of ruining their like medieval system of taxi driving.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, right? I mean, I get that your business is dying, black cab taxi drivers, yeah? But sometimes shit just kind of evolves and you have to either evolve with it or just die. I mean, like, that's what phone companies did with like the internet. Like, you know, the internet comes around, it's making communication way easier. They're not just like, oh, fuck everything. They're like, all right, we'll make it a part of, we're going to embrace this. And it's like, again, I mean, postal companies are still knocking about.
Yeah.
But, sometimes, we just move on to a new thing and old technology dies out. I mean, I bet you black cab taxi drivers aren't still using fucking gramophones, are you? No, because they're
Or road maps.
Yeah, or road maps, are you? I mean, you didn't have a fucking big old bitch from A to Z when you started getting TomToms, did you? But oh no, that was another company coming along doing shit better than you, and you can't fucking have the balls to just change your business dynamic a little bit. I mean, you're not going to be as successful as Uber now. They've already got their foot in the door. But just why don't you just try and not emulate, but just learn some lessons from Uber and start making more profit instead of just having a little bitch every time. The TfL they just bitch all the time, I think. Like
Constantly moaning.
I mean, how bad is it to be a London tube driver that we allow them? I feel like we basically allow them to strike like twice, like more than twice a year. It happens all the time, and every time it happens, no one's ever like does anything about it. We're just like, that's just London for you. That's the tube. Sometimes they just don't want to work. It's like, what? How can we just let them just not work? It's like, we need to make money too, dick.
Well, I can kind of back the tube strikes in some respects, but at the same time, the 24-hour tube system, it's not like you're getting paid nothing to do it at the end of the day. If you're a tube driver and they say, right, you can work extra hours over the night for extra money, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I'd do it. I mean, I'm just awake most of the night anyway, so if I was a tube driver, I'd be on that. I'd be like, yeah, give me that shift. Whatever.
I could be a station announcer, I think. Not right now, not with this voice, but I think I could do that.
Waterloo.
The best station announcers are just the ones that are happy all the time.
They just
have a joke.
They're having a little joke. They're not just bland, just like, we're gonna be setting off now in a bit. It's like, oh, that's just boring. You don't want to hear that. You want some guy like, I hope you have a great day, guys. Oh, come on, everyone, squeeze on. Door's gonna be closing. Hey.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Basically, there was a petition that went by on Uber's website to say "fuck off" to the TfL.
Yeah,
basically, which makes perfect sense. I mean, like,
you can't be bullied by another company just because they're doing it better, just because they got a better idea. You know what I mean? And that would be like if Burger King suddenly started making a burger that was better than the Big Mac.
Yeah, and
it was just selling loads, and they were like, you can't do that. No, you got to stick with the old traditional Big Mac. It's like, why? This burger's like way better. I'm just going to eat this one now.
One thing that I'll say is, like, especially with like black cabs, compared to Uber, I've got in quite a few black cabs in my time, and probably
of your own accord, right?
Yeah. Never just been dragged in and threatened.
Where you going, love?
And like, compared to Uber, like, the drivers are just, I don't know. Uber drivers always seem way nicer and way more welcoming. The amount of times I've got in a black cab and ended up having to kind of just go, through some racist dumb shit that this guy is saying. Like fucking, it's the worst. Why does getting into someone's fucking cab, right? If you're like, just make them automatically assume that you're a racist too. Admittedly, I was wearing a BNP shirt.
Come back from the Britain's first march, and the tubes were on strike, so I had to get a black cab.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
You weren't.
But like, it's just fucking weird. Like, it's like, if anyone else, any other business, any other industry, say that you was all right. So say that someone came into our shop, right? Just a dude came into the shop. We was just doing our business. I wouldn't just start unloading my views onto them for
like
no
immigration
reason.
to him.
Yeah,
you just come in and you just go like, he's just looking through some Deadpool, and you're just like, it's like a tin of sardines, isn't it? You're like, what? He's like, what? He's just like, it's all country, just like tin of sardines. Too many people. It's like you'd leave the shop straight away. But for some reason, cab driver, I think it's just because
you're locked in.
You're locked in. You can't get out. And I think it's just like the close proximity thing. Like cab drivers feel like, oh, I need to talk to this person, but the only thing that I can think about is just
racist.
Yeah, because obviously they're always pissed off, right? Because they're in like London traffic all the time.
But Uber drivers aren't pissed off, and they're in London traffic all the time.
Yeah, that's
as well.
because they work for a decent business,
I guess. But black cab drivers are fucking claiming that they work for a decent business, aren't they? 'Cause that's what they're saying. Oh, British, he's fucking
I've honestly
dying.
not thought about getting a black cab once since I've been in London because the Uber's just been around. It's like that's clearly the superior option. I know there's the new black cab on demand service called like Get.
Yeah, but that's been around for ages. Like Halo had that for a while, but the app just wasn't as good as Uber. Like simple as that. It was just this weird like arcane shit where it was like you can hail a cab.
You got some runes.
You can hail a cab and it's like great, and then it's like okay, your cab's gonna turn up in 5 minutes. Doesn't say anything about
the cab.
It just says there's gonna be a black cab coming for you soon. Guess how many fucking black cabs there are just
in central
about
London? Yeah,
in central
I mean, when I
London.
was at the bus stop today, like there's like there was just in Woolwich there was like 7 black cabs opposite me. So I was like, how would I know which one was mine? I have to go to like every single one and be
then
like,
you have to fucking have a phone call with the guy, work out where he is. Whereas Uber's just like, hey, look,
GPS, he's right there.
This is the car that he's driving.
this is his registration.
Yeah, and a picture of the guy, and he's just fucking sorted. This is a rant. This has been an angry and sad episode.
It has, but guess what? We're angry and sad people, and I'm not afraid to show our true colours now. I feel like 10 episodes in, that roughly like about 12 hours of people listening to us, they're finally ready.
Do you say listening to us? No one's listening to us.
Well, there might be one person who's listened to all of them.
If you're the one person, right?
If
there's not Lucas. If you are listening to this, please take 30 seconds of your time to either post a comment on the YouTube page or Facebook or email us.
Just let us know that you're there. That's all we want. Like in the
This is a
aliens,
cry for help.
like in the aliens episode last week. We just want to know if you're there. That's all. We don't need to be friends. We can be friends if you want, but we just want to know that there's someone who's listening to us. You know what I mean?
I don't care either way.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, 'cause I like
having a
shouting
chat.
into a microphone.
Yeah.
And if I do inspire someone, it's like the same way. I think I've said this before, but it's the same way I look at music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I could be doing music for 30 years, and as soon as I see one guy just like nod his head, be like, "Yeah, this song's pretty fucking cool," I'd be like, "There you go, done. See, I've achieved what I needed to achieve as a musician. Keep going with it." But like, I won't feel bad about wasting all my time on it because I've made one person's life better.
Sweet. So that's that. Yeah. Basically.
Got it.
Right, we got a song from Donovan Wolfington.
This is a fucking cool song, man.
I fucking love these guys, right? I found them just randomly on Spotify in a playlist that was just like random indie. But they're not really indie at all. They're like a emo punk band, I guess.
Yeah. These guys should have been on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack.
Exactly, right?
If the game hadn't been shit. That'd be kind of bad if they were on it and then that give him up.
So they had an LP, not an album, because this is their debut album this thing's on, called Stop Breathing, which was just fucking like solid start to finish. And they have another EP, but I can't remember what it's called. It's pretty old. And this is off their new album that's available via Top Shelf Records and their Bandcamp page, and it's called Basalisk.
You better call the cops. Better not tell your mom, she wouldn't give a fuck. And it doesn't take that much time just to realize you're alright, but don't say that. Everyone's all the same here, well can't you tell? You're in your own personal hell, and no one's ever gonna save themselves, 'cause no one really knows what they're talking about. They find themselves on their voice out loud. This is America, that's the way it is. I'm used to it by now, and I want to be born again into the mind of the thing. The red brick
that was cool, right? It had like a chunky riff and then a bit of punk at the end. It was awesome.
It was just all over the place. It was like a vegetable tally of musical genres. I like it, man.
It's a Killer Croc combo, man.
It was
it's got the punk and it's got the sads at the start. So it's
all good, man. We get everything. We get, like I said, dynamics, man. We're going through the motions.
We are, right? Let's talk about The Simpsons.
Oh, what is it with you and disappointing me with my favourite things? Oh, what is it? Yeah. So The Simpsons this week. Obviously, they always like announce when they're going to be doing big shit. And I know this isn't like the first thing I want to talk about. It's not what they most recently announced, but so they announced that they're going to finally reveal that Waylon Smithers is gay. It's like you don't need to reveal that.
Correct.
Yeah, cool. You are correct. You're right. As you realise that after 7 years, oh shit, he's gay. I thought. Remember when Steve made that semen joke? I thought it was just like. I didn't quite get it. Now I get it now. Everyone knows that he's gay. There's no need to tell us that he's gay.
You know what the worst thing about it was?
What?
Their jokes were getting shit for his arc. His gay jokes and his story arc. Like
it's like
towards the later seasons. Like that what's this I hear about a fisting thing.
Oh,
which was just awful. It's just fucking basic. It's just shit. Basically.
Yeah, well, obviously, again, like with all the other previous stuff that's let us down before, they're just doing that thing where they're just splaying their wings out for like trying to get as many people in. And obviously, like, you know, back in the day when Simpsons used to have like quite clever writing.
Yeah, that's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore, is it? Because they want to get as many people as possible. I'm not saying like there's only a select few people that can get the jokes in the first 11 seasons of The Simpsons. They're the good ones. I just consider 1 to 11 like, yeah, that's all you need to watch The Simpsons.
Excuse me.
There was a few odd good episodes like post 11, but not really. But now, yeah, it just seems like they've just thrown it all to the wayside. It feels like, again, I guess because they can't really take the time to properly cement these scripts anymore.
Why not? They don't make them every week. They still have like breaks between seasons.
Yeah, good point actually. Yeah, it does take
it's not like South Park where they're doing it in 6 days.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is, because you'd think with all their money they'd be able to hire fucking amazing writers. Like, the thing is, there are still
the worst. I think the weirdest and worst thing about it is that there are still some of the original writers there, like occasionally writing, and it's just
they might just be like the big boys,
editors,
it might not actually do too, like they're just like the head guys at the table. They just kind of
say yes,
go on then,
in some kind of weird drunken fucking haze.
Just like so much Simpsons.
So they basically, I don't know if you heard this. Shit, I can't remember who said it. I don't really care. They've all kind of merged into one now, Simpsons writers and guys for me. But one of the high up dudes at The Simpsons basically said that they was planning to end it at season 30, or he said that would be his goal. But Fox owns the rights to The Simpsons until 2086.
The best part about that is this fact that he's like, it's my goal to let it end. Please just let us end it. Because I'm pretty sure everyone in that office, I think it's just like because I don't think I know anyone who's still watching The Simpsons like, yeah, I can't wait for the new Simpsons episode to come out. Like a real hardcore fan. Like, not even like people who even call themselves like fans of The Simpsons, like who just kind of like The Simpsons. I don't think anyone's going out of their way to watch it. Everyone, I think it's literally just a big money machine for Fox now, and that's the only reason they're not letting it die.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely call myself a Simpsons fan, but my cutoff point is like, if I'm going tops, like as late as I can possibly go and still find it bearable, it's like season 17.
Yeah, I was going to say 18, I think. Is when 18 has got some fucking shocking episodes in it. That's when it just really starts going downhill.
And then you've got that fucking Lisa Goes Gaga shit. When did the celebrity cameos become such a fucking key part? I understand that obviously the more celebrities you cram into a season, the more fucking money you can make from views. But The Simpsons never used to do it like just as a money grab. It seemed that they used to just do intelligent writing and then just get celebrities to do characters and like roles.
It actually got to a point where like because obviously at the moment it does seem like a proper like cameo where they're like, look, it's late, like it's like we're on Scooby-Doo or something. But then back in the day they would just have like bands on and, you know, celebrities, and, you know, the writers would be royally, like, ripping the shit out of them, and the celebrities would want to be there. They would want to be there to get ripped. It was like getting roasted on Fox TV, and it's just not like that anymore. They're just throwing them out there and being like, here we go, we got some people in, right, fuck off. But yeah, no, it got to the point where, like, there were, like, celebrities writing in to Fox, just like, can you please write us into one of the episodes? And they're like, we'll give you money, we'll pay you good money to have me in the episode. And they're like, no. I mean, if we want you, we'll get in contact with you, basically.
Even Michael Jackson did it.
I know, right? That's such a really early on as well. That's like season
season
2 or 3. I think it's 2.
I think it's season 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like season 2. It's quite early on in the season as well. And cool birthday song, man. We were discussing. I think I was discussing this with one of our mates yesterday when we were at that birthday party. We were like, we'd rather just sing Michael Jackson's Happy Birthday song instead of the actual Happy Birthday song, which is now out of copyright. So any of you guys who were writing a movie and you wanted to put Happy Birthday in there, you can now. You don't have to pay any licensing fees. So
okay. It's the first episode of season 3, so that's still
pretty early.
Man.
The third, like, so they've got 2 full seasons, and Michael Jackson's like, yeah, please, can I come on?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they had someone imitating his voice.
It was. Was it when he was singing that they got someone to imitate?
No,
his voice, or when
other way round. His actual
talkie voice.
His talkie voice is someone imitating him.
Yeah. And
originally, he's not credited as himself in the credits.
He's under a different. He's under an alias.
Yeah, because the label that he was on at the time or something, there was some random shit where they was like, well, you can't use that recording of him, which was him singing the birthday song, but he let them use it anyway, basically, but under a different name. So they basically pretended it was a cover, but it was actually Michael Jackson singing, which is fucking fantastic, man.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, there's that episode where Bart lies about being stuck down the well.
Oh yeah, Sting.
Yeah, Sting's in it. But, like, they wanted to get Bono, and Bono said no.
Why?
And then Bono was in it later.
Yeah, I was literally going to ask about that. It was like, was that actually Bono, or was that someone doing an impression of Bono?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was actually Bono, because he beats the shit. Yeah. No, he gets Homer beating the shit out of
and it's on the security
in
cameras.
The name of love.
Potato Man. Yeah. That's the best part. Who are you? Potato Man. You're late.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, occasionally The Simpsons nails it. Like the Simpsons movie, that was pretty late in the Simpsons lifespan, I guess, and that was pretty good.
See, every like on UK Simpsons and stuff, every time the movie gets brought up, everyone's like, "Oh," over it. But I really like it because it doesn't. To me, it doesn't even feel like a movie. It literally just feels like
a long
episode. Yeah, and that's actually got some pretty fucking funny visual gags and shit in there as well. Like, you know, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. I thought that was fucking. Like, I saw that in the cinemas 3 times, man. I didn't give a fuck. And it wasn't just like, oh, I had to go with like 3 different people. No, I just willingly went 3 times because I loved it that much.
The first time I saw it was in a science class. I actually missed it in cinemas the first time.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't really... I don't know. I was into The Simpsons, but to be honest, I was just...
hardcore enough to get real hype about it.
And like, I knew I liked The Simpsons, but obviously as a kid, at like that age, I mean, obviously I wasn't that young when it came out, but I was, 14, 15 maybe? Nah.
It
13,
came out
14.
in 2007.
So what, like 8 years ago? So yeah,
I would have been
13, 14.
Yeah.
Depends what half of the year it falls in. Anyway, so yeah, and I just remember I just was like, holy shit, this is actually really impressive. And then I started getting into The Simpsons properly when I was like 16 and just like really appreciating a lot of jokes that I'd obviously completely missed as a child.
Yeah. I remember when I was younger and I was watching The Simpsons and my stepdad was watching it with me and they said a joke that just kind of went over my head and he was like, you don't get half the jokes in here, do you? I was like, no, not really. He was like, just wait until you're older and you watch it again and you're going to love it. And then that's what I have done. And I've been watching episodes. Like I get like the semen joke in, I can't remember what episode it is, but you know, when Smithers says, I don't think semen and, you know, men mix. Semen and women, that's it. And, and then you see that shit like that and you have a little giggle. And then obviously all like the insane movie references that you get in there.
So
I
many.
think that might have been one of the jokes that I didn't get. It was just like a movie reference joke. It was like when Bart's reaching up for the cupcakes.
Yeah.
And
Clockwork
it's
Orange.
like Clockwork Orange. Yeah, he's reaching up for the boobs. I think that's the most referenced movie. I don't know. Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane's the most referenced movie in The Simpsons.
Sweet. There's just so many prime old school Simpsons moments. That's the thing. I could talk about this
For too
forever.
long.
And I know that we started off on the negative side of The Simpsons, but please just let it fucking end now.
Yeah, it's. I just feel.
How many of the cast need to die? Right.
Yeah,
We've already lost a couple.
We've already lost Sam. Well,
Sam
that's what
Simon.
Cassidy was.
No, yeah, but I mean, key
yeah.
players in Simpsons.
We've already lost. Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
He didn't do too much writing. He was just he was fucking amazing. I love the fact that after he died, they just got rid of his characters. They were like, we're not gonna do Phil a disservice. Marcia Wallace.
Yeah. And
she looks like Ruby Wax.
Yeah, she does. Well, did, sadly. But yeah, I mean, originally they did plan to get someone to imitate Phil Hartman and replace him. But they just, I don't know, it feels better they just left it. Because how could you possibly touch those performances? Fucking Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz have some of the best.
No, money down.
Some of the best fucking writing
Yeah.
in the early series, man. It's just incredible. And it's like, again, it's those episodes that are just spotless from start to finish. Like, there's not a bad joke in them.
Yeah, like around like everything from like season 3 to like season
11?
I'm gonna say no, for like just completely solid, like all the time, basically. Like season 3 to like season 8, I'd say it was just like boo. It was just like the fucking best years. They were like, they didn't even stumble, and if they did, they were just like, oh, that happened, and just continued on walking. Like Cape Fear, man. I think Cape Fear actually might be one of my favorite episodes. Yeah, one of my favorite episodes. It's so good.
If I had to pick a favorite episode, just off the top of my head, the first one that comes to mind is Homerpalooza.
Homerpalooza is so fucking amazing. That it's like, because I think a lot of my favorite episodes are from that VHS tape that I used to own, which had like 8 Simpsons episodes on, and so it's always like the Springfield Files, Cape Fear, Homerpalooza. I don't know if it's called Bart versus Australia, but that's just what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, it is called Bart versus Australia.
Yeah, they're some of my favorites. Just that era. I don't know, it just seems so solid.
You Only Move Twice is
that's
also
fucking incredible.
Incredible. That's season 8. Hank Scorpio. If you don't remember the name of the episode, that's all I need to say.
But you know Hank Scorpio is if you like The Simpsons. And if you don't, if you've never watched that episode, then go fucking watch that episode right now, because it's going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, I didn't even know they could write like this. Because just from start to finish, there's just so many fucking jokes that they're just throwing in your face. It was like Arrested Development before Arrested Development in some of those episodes where you're just like, just so many jokes that you're not even noticing all the time.
Background jokes, articles in newspapers that come up on
always
screen.
The shop signs. It's always the shop signs.
Just looking at season 8 now, this was the last good solid season.
We've got Itchy, Scratchy and Poochie show.
Yeah, so I'll go from episode 1. This is a big segment on The Simpsons, but I don't care. It's episode 10. We can rant.
Yeah.
Season 1, Treehouse. What? Episode 1, sorry. Treehouse of Horror 7. Can't really remember what
That's the one with Hugo.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So we got Dole versus Clinton when Kang and Kodos come down and take over them.
I voted for Kodos, obviously. Classic fucking line.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos. And yeah, you got Hugo and Bart, and I can't remember the other.
Is it the one where they eat Uta and they're blending up the kids?
It's around those. I think you've got it up there. You've literally got the Treehouse of Horror DVD up there with that one on it. But then you got You Only Move Twice afterwards.
Homer They Fall is where Homer becomes a boxer for Mo. That's fantastic. Burns Baby Burns is where I'm pretty sure it's the one where that guy retires. And
what, Smithers? When Smithers retired? Oh
no, that's like season. That's an early season.
That's an earlier season.
With Carl, who's an excellent one episode character as well. I think Burns Baby Burns is the one where there's like this old guy called Joe, and it's where Homer gets promoted up.
Oh right,
I remember. And he's got that fucking. He's just like, it's got like his CEO's office and shit, and it's just got like a bucket with a face painted on it. And it's like, I work hard for the money.
And then look, we've got Bart After Dark when he
That's
works
classic.
in a fucking brothel, and it's just it's just all the pictures of the guys coming out. And there's one of Barney walking out, and no one's going like, and Mo's just like, stop, Barney.
A Millhouse divided.
Dignity.
Yeah.
Luann,
See, this is
I
the
fucking
thing.
hate
All of
Luann.
these episodes, you can put
You can
one
put a joke.
fucking joke.
Lisa's date. Okay, you literally just said that, and I'm like, Lisa's date with Destiny. Which one's that?
That is, I can't fucking remember that one. Oh my god. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
It's probably just because I haven't seen it in a long, long time. Hurricane Neddy. That's the one where fucking Ned's house gets destroyed by a hurricane completely, and they rebuild it. And the fucking house that they rebuild is hilarious. That's the one where Homer takes the
stupid
chilies.
chili, yeah. And isn't Johnny Cash in that episode?
Yeah, Johnny Cash
has
is
has his
the
spirit
coyote.
fox. We got the Springfield Files. See right there.
Twisted World of Marge Simpson, the Pretzel Wagon,
Amazing.
Mountain of Madness.
Is that when they get trapped in the log cabin?
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one. This one, Simpson Califragilisticexpialidocious, is where they have the babysitter. Yeah, and the nanny, and it's basically just a Mary Poppins episode. The Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie show is spot on. Homer's phobia.
Oh, that's
Zap.
That would still fucking hold up today because obviously like you got a lot of gay rights issues coming up, but I think that's a fucking fantastic episode and quite nuanced for its time. I think because I think a lot of like gay like activism that they were doing back then was just like it's cool to be gay. It was just very out there. Whereas Simpsons like playing around with the morality of it a little bit. It's cool, man.
It's actually fantastic, like fantastically written. And again, there's just so many jokes I constantly refer to with that one. It's like, there's a spark in my hair. Get it out.
Oh, that's the best one.
Hot stuff coming through.
Hot stuff coming through.
The brother from another series. That's a great episode. My Sister, My Sitter is where Lisa looks after Bart,
And he
obviously.
breaks that.
Homer versus the 18th Amendment.
Which one's that again?
Again, can't remember that one. So there's 2 so far in season 8 that I can't really remember. Grade School Confidential is where Edna and Seymour hook up.
Finally.
Yeah.
Even though there wasn't any like underlying sexual tension between them, it was just like, yeah, fuck it, let's just have them bone now.
The Canine Mutiny, is that the one with Laddie?
Yeah,
think it is,
it's the one with Laddie, yeah.
The Old Man and the Lisa is where she hangs out with Grandpa and does some random shit.
Does some random shit.
In Marge We Trust is when Marge becomes a minister.
Yep.
And Homer's enemy.
Oh, is that Frank Grimes?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Frank Grimes episode. That fucking just killer beginning to end, man. Killer beginning to end. Fucking love him. And I think anyone who was just listening to that was just like, why? I just listened to them just explain what was in season 8. But
again, no
this
one's
is what I'm
listening.
saying.
So
That was more for Fox. We just wanted to say Fox. There was a time when we loved it. We still do love The Simpsons. That's what we're getting at. We're not going to be angry. We're still going to buy shit for like Simpsons shit. If you just stop making the episodes, you're still going to make fucking loads of money from it. All right, just let it die.
So this is Worry by Grow, and there's one fucking dude, man, done this entire track,
Oh, fucking
and apparently he's been working on it over the whole summer.
cool, man.
Which is, well,
That's dedication.
An EP. It's an EP. It's
Oh, right,
4
not
tracks.
just the one track.
No, but like at the same time, that's way longer than I ever work on.
No,
one
I normally
given
like if
thing.
I'm ever writing anything, it's got like 2 days tops to fucking get itself together, or that's it. It's out the door. I don't have the dedication to write like a song for like 5 years, like some bands have done. Apparently, like Led Zeppelin did with Stairway to Heaven. You know what I mean?
Bye.
In a bit, guys.
regardless of where